Hey everybody, what's up? On this video, you'll find out my top number 1 sales funnel of all times. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. This is Hernan and welcome to this YouTube channel. And thank you all for the support, all of the comments and everything that you have been saying. It's been great and it's been a great experience. And I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about, lift the curtain, if you would, unveil the secrets. There are no secrets, it's everything on the YouTube channel. But I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about what's going on with my webinars and my Facebook ads and kind of, what is being my top of the line number 1 sales funnel of all time. Now, with that said, if you really want to grow your business, if you really want to take it to the next level, I would strongly suggest that A, you subscribe to the channel, B, you leave a comment, and C, come and join the free Facebook group, okay? All of those 3 things at once. I don't think you can be done, they can be done at once, but if you follow them in that order, it will be super, super helpful for you and for me as well. So with that said, there's a lot of, I just love the mic. Yeah, this little thing right here, it's a lifesaver. Let me put it back on, okay? So with that said, there's a lot of little funnels that you can do, and there's a lot of complicated, super complex funnels that you can go ahead and implement with chatbots and retargeting and this and that again. But the reality is that the number 1 sales funnel of all time that I have ever put together has been an evergreen webinar funnel. Now, if you think about it, what we're trying to do when it comes to selling a product online is grabbing someone that hasn't heard about you, they do not know who we are, they haven't, gone through the experience of buying from our company, they don't trust us, they don't like us, and try to turn that guy or girl or people or person into a buyer, right? So there's some specific steps that a person needs to give in order to turn from a complete stranger, random guy, through the street into a buyer, somebody that takes out their credit card and say, hey Hernan, I want your stuff, I like you, you're handsome as fuck, I wanna buy all your stuff. So there's a, there's a big gap, if you would, and by far the best sales funnel of all time that have been able to bridge that gap in an effective manner and the shortest amount possible of time has been an evergreen webinar funnel. Because here's the thing, you can do the free plus shipping dance if you're doing Shopify, that's completely fine. You can do the the free cheat sheet or a free lead magnet plus an offer, and those are all models that keep on working. But if you want to sell, let's say $1,000 and up until I would say $3,000 or $4,000 worth of product, the best way to do this is by far a webinar funnel. Now, a webinar funnel consists of maybe 5 steps, but top of my head, it's just 4 steps. Number 1 is the opt-in, right? It's the opt-in where people will see what they're up to, what the webinar is about, and whatnot. Number 2 is the webinar countdown. So if you run this on an evergreen schedule, let's say every 15 minutes or every hour or twice a day, every day, they will be able to see that on the thank you page, the countdown page, okay? Number 3 is the webinar page. And on some cases, you will need an order from a shopping cart. But the 5th, and it's an optional step, is the webinar replay. I don't do webinar replays at all for the most part because I don't want to educate my leads that they can miss a webinar and they can just catch the replay. That's not how I want to do business. So if they happen to miss the webinar, I don't offer a replay. I offer them to re-sign up for the next session. Now, an evergreen webinar can be done again every 10 minutes, 15 minutes, every half an hour, depending on what webinar solution you're using. I'll put a video over here that you can go and check it out, that I'm talking about the best webinar platforms that I've been personally using. But if you think about it, what a webinar does is, it kind of ticks all the boxes because it gives away value, right? As a cheat sheet would do. So you have your lead magnet embedded, quote unquote, on the webinar, and some people are actually giving some free stuff or some free PDFs when you sign up for the webinar, which is a good, value, additional value, a piece of content that you can give. So what you're doing is to kind of they sign up for the webinar, they initially get something for free, and if the webinar is good, you're indoctrinating people from position A, which is where they want to be, or where they are right now, to position B, which is where they want to be, in the short term. So you're delivering value to a complete stranger without asking anything in return. And then at the end of the webinar, it's like saying, hey, if you have these problems, if you love this webinar, then you're gonna love this. And then you pitch your product, right? So I think that a webinar, and even further, an evergreen webinar, works really, really well. The only time that it might not work is when you want to make it seem like it's live, when it's not, and people know about that. And even further, if you're selling marketing products or digital marketing, whatever, people are more and more jaded, and they're becoming more conscious about it. And B, when the webinar sucks. So if you really want to get a proven formula to webinars, just go ahead and look for Russell Brunson's Perfect Webinar or Frank Kern's Ultimate Webinar Blueprint. Those are by far, in my opinion, the best webinars frameworks that you can possibly find now online. So again, the opt-in page, which is step number 1, should develop and deliver the benefits of attending a webinar, right? A webinar is a big time commitment, right? It's better than any kind of BSLs or long form sales letter that you can put out there, because people need to be there and they need to commit to make that happen. But sometimes a webinar, like my webinars, are never less than 90 minutes. Sometimes they get to 120 minutes. And some webinars are like 3 hours, 4 hours long, which is great if you want to give a lot of value. But people need to actually attend and stay throughout the webinar. So the opt-in page needs to be simple, needs to be clear, and needs to actually state the benefits of what the webinar would bring to them. There's going to be something on screen, a screenshot of my current webinar that I'm running for digital marketing agencies, and you can join by clicking on the link on this video. But that webinar, as you can see, is telling you how to get more clients that pay you more money and make you work less. That's basically the benefit, and there's a simple 3-step formula that I use to actually get these type of clients, and it's all laid out on the webinar. So it's an accurate description of what you're gonna learn, right? So you wanna tweak and you wanna split test the webinars opt-in pages. Now, the reality is that the simpler the opt-in page, the better. I talked about that several times throughout this YouTube channel. So the simpler the landing page, the better. So feel free to swipe it, feel free to funnel hack my opt-in page. Now, the webinar countdown is also a really specific and important piece of the puzzle. There's going to be also a screenshot right now showing up what's going on my thank you page. So the thank you page has a video because I want to deliver value right off the bat. It might or might not have an offer, which is called a self-liquidating offer, meaning you want to recoup some of the investment back of your ads, and you can put an offer like, I don't know, $40 product. You can put it in there. There's also information about what to expect and how to attend and what kind of devices to use. And also there is a countdown to actually create expectations. So you want to actually keep on selling the benefits of attending the webinar live, right? I don't offer replay, so if you miss the webinar, you will need to resubscribe to the webinar again. Now, I could do, I don't know, a 2-hour-long video on how to create a webinar, but I think it's better for you to learn it from the pros, which is, Frank Kern or Russell Brunson. So just go ahead and find out, the Ultimate Webinar Blueprint or the Perfect Webinar from Russell Brunson, and go through them. And maybe you can also model and swipe some of the webinars. So if you join that webinar, you will know what I'm talking about. I guess you can download the video, I'm not sure. But anyways, just go through it and take notes, because that webinar is pretty damn cool as well. And step number 4 is the offer, of course, the order form. Now, here's the thing. I usually don't do sales pages after the webinar is done, because this sales page is the webinar. So if people are clicking on it, I just want to send them directly to an order form. Some people will go ahead and, they will send you from the webinar to a sales page, and then you click on a button, you go to the order form. But I tend to bypass that because of the fact that, just people stay like 2 hours long. I don't want to keep on hammering down what they're gonna get. They already know it, so let's just make the process painless. So they just click on a link, they go to the order form, and that's it, they purchase the product. So the biggest point of a webinar funnel is always the webinar. It takes time and it's hard to put together. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna say, yeah, this is super easy and you just need to push a couple buttons and you make $1 million a day. That's not how it happens. Putting a really good value webinar is hard. It takes time. It takes me probably a week to set it up and then another 2-3 days to record it if I'm doing it evergreen, but it's totally worth it because a webinar funnel is an asset that you can develop and you can use over and over and over again. And if you're a smart marketer, you know that we are here to develop assets that can bring money, whether you're here or you're not, from, I don't know, until the end of time, like until year 200,000 AC or something, until the sun explodes and nobody will be able to watch the webinar because there's no internet. Anyways, guys, if you have any questions, if you want to share a case study with me, if you want to share, how you have been doing with webinars, if you have any questions, just drop them on the comments below. There's going to be comments absolutely here. And I really, really hope that these videos help you out. And again, if you want to come and join the free Facebook group, there's going to be a lot more goodies over there. So thank you guys once again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.